Hey, welcome back. Let me put my microphone on. First of all, thank you so much for the person who pointed out that the lights behind my head were distracting. I moved them. Top suggestion. It was only yesterday I posted my little film about mysteries of Orfordness, underneath Orfordness. And I've already heard from some fascinating people, not to name names, and I'm very willing, once I've cleared it with you, to name your name, a fantastic chappie who worked for Trinity House. Trinity House ran Britain's lighthouses, and he specifically was the electrical engineer at the Orfordness lighthouse, amongst other lighthouses. He regularly visited it, and yes, he confirmed that Orfordness was on what he calls the national grid. Well, I think there isn't a national grid to a shingle spit in Orfordness. I think it was a dedicated line. He also said that he didn't think that there was anything weird inside the lighthouse, but I wonder if there were rooms that were out of bounds to him. I don't know, but he's very helpful, and he even, because of his access to electrical work, managed to find a original CEGB substation map of the Orfordness for me, and that's just fantastic. And the gentleman whose grandmother helped build the switch room and the plans for Sizewell nuclear power station, including, he confirmed, specific military MOD options that Sizewell incorporated. Now, he's considering sharing those with me if he can find them. It was a long time ago. I am so impressed. You are absolutely fantastic. Funny story, one person wrote, "Why do your films not contain any information and all you do is ask people for the knowledge?" Well, science on television is terrible at present. It's full of individual conspiracy theories, and I want to expand it. Social media is fantastic. It's about sharing, and let's tap into this. I am a filmmaker, I'm a science researcher. I like looking in a unique way at the big picture. But you have spent your entire life building magnetrons. You built the wing for Concorde, or whatever you did. You know your stuff. So work with me, share your knowledge. I will publish what you are prepared to say to an audience for the bigger big picture. That's the whole idea. For the last few months, I've been working on this incredibly interesting revisionist history of radar film. You all think that Robert Watson Watt invented radar. If Robert Watson Watt came round and sat next to me today and had a cup of tea, Robert Watson Watt would tell you he didn't invent radar. Robert Watson Watt knew, as lots of people did, that radio signals bounced off metallic objects. So he went to a field next to the BBC transmitter at Daventry, hence the name of the experiment. A plane flew over and he saw how the BBC's signal wobbled when it hit the plane, because he knew it would. Okay, so that led to his famous letter where Robert Watson Watt wrote to the War Office and said, "I think I can develop a system for radio direction finding." He never said he invented radar because Robert Watson Watt knew he didn't. I always wanted to know, and I found out. I have a special contact. He's amazing. He's the head of the current Ukrainian radar team. He's obviously rather busy with domestic problems, but he's written with a French, a Dutch, and an Italian guy an ultimate history of radar. And it turns out that it wasn't a British invention. It was actually Japanese, French, German, and Russian, all at the same time. It's a complicated, fantastic story, a revisionist history, and you are really going to enjoy it. So get involved. It's a fabulous story. We can research it together with your knowledge. And my basic filmmaking skills, together we can reveal the truth, the true facts on the history of radar. And it's a fantastic story. I'm reaching out to you to help crowdfund this new film on radar and for you to actually work on it. And there's a special way that you and I can work together. Join the film research level on Patreon, and you'll get an on-screen credit for your research.